Hey peeps, Effa here. Bungie recently released their long-awaited TWAB on weapon crafting. While reading all the changes and features of weapon crafting coming to Witch Queen, I started to notice a pattern in their design decisions. So let me discuss my thoughts on the potential game design aspects going on here. In Destiny, there are two main spheres where weapons fall into, the PvP sphere and the PvE sphere. Weapons inherently fall closer towards the centers of these spheres or further away, depending on their archetypes and their perks. You can still use any weapon in either activity, but their effectiveness is somewhat already determined. In much the same way you can still hit a nail with a board, but a hammer would be much more effective. Bungie didn't like what they already accumulated within these spheres, and Thanos snapped most weapons via sunsetting. Bungie now, having realized that removing all of the guns from these areas was a bad idea, have started to add new weapons to fill these voids with subsequent Beyond Light seasons. Now with Witch Queen, Bungie is doing a lighter, slimmer, better sunsetting if my intuition is right. They want to change how guns fit into these spheres. This train of thought happened when I read this quote from the TWAB. Quote, "The intent as of Season 12 is that a pursuit weapon should be a solid weapon, roughly 70% of a god roll in its archetype, with perk options that work well in both PvP and PvE, and which can be reliably obtained without a huge grind." End quote. Think for a second how the pursuit weapons have fit within the game for the last year. All of them have been exactly as Bungie dev Proctor described. The pursuit weapons have been great guns, but better versions of these weapons still exist in the game. A nice fat carrot that we the players have been chasing after. Weapon crafting fits this exact line of thought. These new weapons that we will craft will fit into that area of design. Bungie will still limit how good a weapon will be, but an active player will be able to nearly all the time, with some effort, create that 70% god roll and can fall into either sphere. The big carrot that hardcore players will now be chasing after are random weapon drops. This is more apparent with weapon origins. Not only will random drop weapons have the chance to have better rolls than weapons that are crafted, but they will also inherently be different through their origins. The goal I see with these origins is to make inherent perks, such as Royal Entry's inherent tracking, or Punching Out's full auto, be more apparent and the norm with weapons found in playlists and drops. I could even see Deepstone Crypt weapons having Reconstruction added as an origin perk. This leads me back to sunsetting. Sunsetting wasn't good because it made too many guns and armor obsolete all at once. Sure, some weapons lasted longer than others, but removing everything created too big of a void too fast. With origins and weapon crafting, a lot of weapons will now be effectively sunset without them being unusable right away. They will still work and can be used in all content, but inherently all upcoming drops will be slightly better in some way than their existing brethren. Weapon crafting allows Bungie to create a broader middle ground between the two spheres. Well, that's all I wanted to say on my thoughts on the intentions with the new weapon crafting and origin system. Till Witch Queen or an interview, my thoughts are just speculation. Thanks for watching.